Right, hello and welcome to the second copy of episode 27, which is a film of Bowness in the Lake District. Bowness is a town or village stuck on the edge of Lake Windermere. The reason this is the second copy is because people who have watched the first episode of number 27 realise the sound is absolutely atrocious. So what I'm going to try and do now is do a voiceover and explain to you what you can see on it. So here we go. This is Bowness on the lake, or on the edge of Lake Windermere. It's got a lovely marina there, full of wonderful boats, bit hooray Henry, rather posh boats. Quite a few motorboats and cruisers, as well as sailing boats and yachts. So we're going to take a walk around the marina and the hire boat section, which is there. We're going to walk along the front, past the busker, go over and see the swans, the ducks, and just have a look at the ferry boats. Hope you enjoy the video. Here we start, walking into the marina. It's quite a well stocked marina. There's certainly loads of boats, and I now know the difference between a marina and a boatyard, because the marina, big boats are on the water, where with the boatyard most of them are up on stands and always seem a lot older than what they do on a marina. But there you go. But there's loads of boats here. There's a nice gentleman here in the security cabin. I did ask him if I could go in and do a bit of filming. He didn't seem to mind. But as my dad used to say, just go ahead, do it. And if you get told off, just apologise and say, oh, I'm ever so sorry, didn't realise. So here we go. Let's go and have a look at the boat, shall we? As I did say earlier, most of them are posher boats, motorboats, and cruisers for day trips, I would think, because you couldn't spend too long up here. You wouldn't have liveaboard boats because the lake is quite small. I didn't go down on the pontoons amongst the boats because I didn't want to think people were thinking I was up to any no good. So I just stood at the top, had a walk around. It was very good. Then we went into the boatyard place here with the workshop. Very active workshop, actually. There was welding in there and grinding away, and I could that horrible smell of fiberglass. Oh, I don't like that, do you? Gets right back into the back of your throat, that does. But nobody seemed to mind me walking around, videoing. So we went up to the gate. The gate was undone, but as I said before, I don't like to go in just in case people think I'm up to something. But there's some really nice boats here. Not so many sailing, I suppose. The motorboats or cruisers outnumber the sailing boats 2-1, I would think. But it's a lovely place to come up here if you've got a boat. To come up here and just sail for the day, or just cruise around for the day, visit the local pub, have a drink, and then come back and more up. There was a few boats for sale. We went and had a look at the posters on the window to see what they were up there, but most of the boats for sale were motorboats, not sailing boats. When I look for boats, lists like this, I always look for the cheapest and the most expensive, and then you know what's between it. I think there was one down here for about £25,000, and the dearest one was about 60,000. So a bit beyond my budget, but there you go. Horses for courses, isn't it? Horses for courses. As you can see, most of them were motorboats or cruising boats or day cruisers. But the beauty also here on Lake Windermere is that you can always hire boats for the day or for the hour. Very active hire fleet. And we're going to go down there in a minute and have a look at the hire boats. There's a nice speedboat, isn't there? And there's all the tourist trap stuff. But no, this is the other end of the marina, a bit more of a working bit. This is where all the hire boats are. the day cruisers and bits and pieces. The whole marina was surrounded by some wonderful restaurants, very, very nice. We could sit on the veranda, have a nice cold beer overlooking the lake, which was nice. I think there was about 3 or 4 hire boat stations. Look, there's even a Mr. Whippy ice cream van. Well, you can tell you're on a tourist location when there's a Mr. Whippy. Oh, look, this was a lovely boat, this thing here, to go out on the lake. It takes about 12 people, and you can just potter around and all sit around. I'll show you that in a minute. There's a good example of one of those hire boats down in the marina down here. It's a pink one. Always reminds me of Lady Penelope from Thunderbirds, the old not cartoon, were they? Puppet show, wasn't it? Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 2, Thunderbird. Was there 5 of them? Was there 5 Thunderbirds? Yeah, but Lady Penelope had. What was the name of the chauffeur that used to drive her car around? It was a 6-wheel car, wasn't it? Anyway, it was pink, and you'll see what I mean when I say in a minute, because down here, as you can see, there are 3 of those nice hire boats that you can take a party in. And there's a nice pink example down here. And it's certainly geared up for parties, because not only can you get 10, 12 people in there, but it's actually got a bar in the middle where you can put all your drinks and everything. So yeah, really good, really good. I spoke to the 2 young lads here that are running the jetty, and though it was quite quiet this time of the year, they say in the summer you really do have to book your boats up early. So if you do come up here on holiday, I suggest, yeah, this is this lovely pink one. Look at this. This is wonderful, isn't it? Hey, great for a hen party, I should think, wouldn't you? All the girls in there. You've got the table in the middle to put your drinks on, and just potter around. Yeah, the young lads were saying that in the summer you've just got to book up. Yeah, so if you come up here for a week's holiday, I was thinking if you want to go on a boat, I'd come and book a boat for a later day in the week. They did come up and give me a load of information. They did want to be on video, so I did cut the video short here. But they were very helpful, gave me loads of information. Thank you, lads. Here we go again, just have a scan round. Very nice. So let's go down and walk round. We'll go down to the touristy bit now, because that's the marina. You can then walk down along the front, and obviously people feed the birds, because there's so many ducks and geese and bits and pieces. Still, it's a lovely place to come out. Nice touristy trap. There's loads of tourist shops selling, all the jugs and the key rings and We Love Windermere coffee mugs. Yeah, I don't know if I quite like doing this talk over business. I think I much prefer to do the commentary when I'm walking, because things come to mind a bit better that way, don't they? Anyway, while we go to a rather boring bit here, I'd like to thank all my subscribers, people who've already subscribed to the channel. I've got a grand total of nearly 750 subscribers, which is wonderful. We just need 250 more, because once we reach that magic figure of 1,000 subscribers, YouTube will actually pay me some money, in which case I'll have to upgrade some of my equipment. Now, there's the Pitlockery. People in England know that Pitlockery is up in Scotland, and they've got a wonderful shop up there, and they've obviously opened a shop down here. It's like the Edinburgh Wall Shop, loads of sort of outdoor clothing. Lovely shop. Yeah, definitely by the seaside now, aren't you? You've got an amusement arcade. a bit like being at Margate or Southend. So here are the ferry boats that you can go out for trips around the lake, and then you've got the area here which is just full of the wildlife, all the geese and the bits and pieces here, and they're just not scared of you. They just let you walk straight through them. They don't even move out your way. If anything, you have to move. Here we have major problems in the UK this year with avian flu, bird flu. Loads of farmers where we live in Norfolk have lost thousands and thousands of chickens because of the bird flu. Some nice swans. But as you said, you just walk amongst them. They're just not bothered at all. Not bothered at all. You can actually buy a bag of bird food, wild bird food, for 50p from all the shops. So obviously they're the most well-fed birds on Lake Windermere, I should think. I don't know if these are white ones, whether they're white pigeons or whether they're doves. I'm not sure. You know, to me, all pigeons are always a dark colour, but there's loads of white ones here. Don't know. I suppose it could be a cross between a dove and a pigeon. And then, of course, you've got your geese. Bray legs. Oh, well, let's go up and have a look at the ferry boats now and show you the ferry boats. Oh, there's somebody on my phone. You never get a minute's peace and quiet, do you, when you've got a mobile phone? There's, I think, 4 or 5 ferry boats here that do different trips around the Lake Windermere. There's one just coming in there. A good system here because the routes are all coloured. I think there's a red route, a yellow route, and a blue route. I don't think there's a green one. But we'll show you that on the map in a minute. Get your tickets, obviously, from the little ticket centre here. There was a lady here I spoke to. She was very helpful, told me all about what they do. Again, this time of the year, no trouble at all. You can get yourself on a boat any time of the day. In the summer, again, you just have to book everything up. This place is absolutely manic. Next to Amberside, I think it's most probably the busiest place in the Lake District. Anyway, here comes one of the ferry boats coming in now. It's a nice way to spend a couple of hours, isn't it? Just going out on the boat. I think they've got a little bar downstairs so you can get yourself a nice drink. I'll go and set up upstairs on the sun deck. And not today, of course, but in August you might as well get a nice sunset up there, wouldn't you? Be good fun, good fun. Anyway, he got that very well, didn't he? So, let's have a walk around, carry on looking, showing you a few more things. See if we can sort out what the colour of the boats are and what routes they do. I think just around the corner here there's a map and it shows you where the boats go, which would be interesting to anybody. If you're interested, if you're not, just go to the end of the video. Yeah, as you can see, there's a yellow route, which I think takes you down to the bottom end of the lake. A yellow cruise takes you down to the bottom end. Then you've got the blue route, red route, which takes you up to Amberside, which is at the top of the lake. It's a lovely village, lovely town that is, Amberside. Very touristy, but still very nice. And then I think you can get a Freedom of the Lake, which is the blue route, which gives you a whole day ticket. So you can buy a ticket and you can travel on the boat for the whole day. Whether you get a reserved seat with that, I'm not sure, but it does include all the map, all the routes As you can see, there's the yellow route which goes down to the bottom, the blue route goes through the middle, and the red route. If you go on the yellow one, you go all the way down to Lakeside, then you can go down to the Motor Museum and on the Steam Railway, which runs in the summer, and they adjust the times so the times tie up with the boats. And then you've got the red route, which goes up to Amberside and to Brockhole. So, yeah, what a cracking day. As long as the weather's nice, sun shining, sit on that top deck, put your suntan lotion on, and off you go. Yeah, so there you go. The Lakeside yellow, the island route. And I'll tell you what pier to go for. So really, you couldn't get on the wrong boat, could you? If there's, I don't know if the boats, if it's a yellow boat, a blue boat, and a red boat. I don't know. Gonna have to look at that in a minute. It's about £20 a ticket. So everything's £20 these days, isn't it? Here we go. Look, I've just found a price list of the boat hire for if you want to take a boat out on your own. Self-drive hire. Yeah, an hour. It's £40 for an hour, with 2 adults. 3 adults is 46. It was amazing to me. It's the same boat. You just got more people in. Why should it be dearer? Does it mean, would it use more petrol if there's 3 of you in rather than 2? I don't know. Anyway, there they go. Look, I don't know if they're petrol or electric. I would think if they're like Collinston, they'd be electric. But they're all there. Obviously, they're not very busy today because it was all closed down. But it is on a Monday, so I don't think much happens on a Monday. Well, eventually, after walking around for over an hour and a half, I finally found a boat for sale. So I was trying to find somebody if they would let me on it so I could show you it, but there was nobody around to give me permission, and I didn't particularly want to go nosing around without permission. But there we go, there was one for sale. I might go back up to Bowness later on in the week and see if I can get on the boat and do a video of the boat for sale. Could be fun, couldn't it? What we did come across down here, I found this amusing, was that it's a water garage. Yeah, under those buildings, where the arcades were and the Pitlockery shop was, is that the actual lake goes underneath the building, and that's where they keep all the boats, which was good. So we're just gonna have a walk down there now. It's a nice boat, isn't it? Wonder how much they want for that. 5,000-6,000? No idea. Boats are funny, aren't they? Unlike cars, you always know roughly how much they're worth with a boat. I suppose it's what anybody's worth to pay. Anybody's prepared to pay for it. Well, here we go. Let's go and show you this garage under the building where they keep the boats. Nice launching jetty here if you want to launch a boat. Well, here we go, and there we go. All the boats are in here, which is a nice place to keep your boats, isn't it? There's enough of them there, isn't there? Anyway, look, this video I did a voiceover. I don't like doing voiceovers. Let me know if you think it's better for me to do a voiceover or for let you just to turn the sound up, because I did mess the sound up. Hopefully, if I get enough subscribers and YouTube give me some money, I might be able to buy a new microphone. Anyway, all the best. Don't forget, look after those animals, be kind to them, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.